Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. I have got my sewing kit here. So I have been busy doing some tea dyeing. So that's all the pages tea dyed. Some of them, it's really random how some sort of have bleeding through and some don't, but I really actually like it when it bleeds through like that. I think it makes it sort of quite interesting, particularly like that one, but some of them don't. So yeah, I've done them all. I don't know which pages I want to use and which I don't. I tea dyed all the tags and things as well. So these things I haven't, because these will be cut out and stuck on tags and things, and I've got some tea dyed paper as well, because I wasn't sure if I'd run out and I had the tea ready, so I thought I'd use them. So this is me getting started on making this. So I was visiting Eddie in hospital last night, and I did some fussy cutting whilst I was there. I did most of this on a scan and cut, but some things it didn't cut, so I did them. So I just thought I could quickly do some of these envelopes, just in case you didn't know how to put them together. If you've watched me before, you'll have seen me do these. Now these two have got little lines that you can just see, and these don't. So it's the lines are easy because you can just follow where they are, but these ones that don't have lines, so I'm just putting the ruler on the edge there, and then going up. I'm doing that. Normally when I film, I have my iPad just up there and I can mirror onto that, and I know I'm in shot, but Ed's got my iPad in hospital, and so I've had to bring my MacBook up, but my room's a bit of a mess. Yeah, so I've had to put, sorry, I was reading a message there, it popped up that I got a message, yeah, so I've got my MacBook sort of to the right of me, sort of down a bit, and yeah, it's probably not the best place for it. There we go. So that's up there like that, and that folds down like that. So this is a sort of a short wide letter, like so. Obviously I'll ink it, but that's how that one goes together. This one, you just match that there and that there, and that enables you to fold it like so. So I will link down below two of the kits. There's freebies, there's the journal kit, the ephemera kit, and then there's a kit for people who do the monthly supporters thing. They've got a kit. I can't remember what's in which. I just cut everything up. So I think these are in the ephemera kit. Those ones might be in the monthly supports kit. But if you go on and have a look, you can see little pictures of what each kit holds. Right, so that is the little coin envelope there. I'll link round them afterwards. So I'll just do these, and that is as simple as that. I thought I might just get some of the ephemera ready, and I might pick some papers just for this first Let's Start My Sewing Journal video. Been wanting to do a sewing journal for so long, and I've got all sorts of different bits that I've made in the past. Oh, and that's the door. Right, there we go. Typical, isn't it, that you start filming and then you get somebody at the door. Right, so we were just doing that, weren't we? And then look for the lines here. Here. Hard to see on this pattern. It's there, Jez. So, with these envelopes, sometimes I end up trimming a little bit. There we go. And you can see that's folding over a little bit, so I do end up trimming a little bit off these to make it fit. But we'll do that afterwards, so you get the idea. And then it's just the pockets, so I just cut out the two versions of the pockets, and this one I just take a circle punch rather than cut that. Not going to take the inch. What have I got there? 1 inch and 3/8. That one's 1 1/4 would probably do it, but that'll do it. Oh. I need to put a bit of paper behind that. Oh, it still doesn't want to do it. Well, that's the idea. That I use a punch so I don't have to cut. And then it didn't blooming work. I'm one of those days. There we go. So, and then it is again just going up these, doing these lines. There's a little line on it, and these pockets and this envelope shape were handmade by me, and then sort of scanned in and then used in Photoshop. So they are, if there's little errors, that's like human error of me making them, but they do work. But they haven't been made, they haven't been computer generated. They were me physically making them myself and scanning them in. I haven't used a template. I created my own. So yeah, and then they just fold in that way, and that's what gets stuck down to the page, and this is just stuck down to the pocket so that you've got that extra reinforcing there for things to go in and out of the pocket. And then this one hasn't got a reinforcing, but I've done these on 120 GSM presentation paper, so they'll work as a pocket. If you feel that it's a bit flimsy, then you could also add something to the top to give it a bit of reinforcement, but that is the pocket. And I've got different bits of ephemera, so I think, no, so these really big tags won't fit in that one, but they do go in these corner pockets, but there's smaller tags that will fit in these pockets. So, and there's all sorts of different ephemera that I've pulled out. So there we've got journaling cards. I did that on my Scan and Cut and it sort of missed it a bit, but they'll go in there as well. Or they could even be extra little pockets over the top of this pocket, so you've got like a double pocket and you can pop in different bits of ephemera there and a big tag behind. Those are sort of thoughts that are running through my mind. That's annoying, but it is straight. So I spent about an hour and 10 minutes. I timed myself cutting all these off on the cutting these all up on my Scan and Cut. So this is all the lovely bits of ephemera, but there is, I don't know if I have to calibrate it because it's missed these a bit. So yeah, not quite sure why. I'll have to look in my instructions and see what I've done. But yeah, so I love the little tape measures. They're so cute. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is let's look at the journal pages. So I've got my journal pages, and these are, I think these ones here with these stitched edges in the background, I think these are in the kit that's for my monthly subscribers, because they're kind of a different format to the other ones that I've made in the general kit. Really like these ones with the like little fashion pattern fronts on them. I like them a lot. So yeah, so there's like sort of different styles. So I think these make nice center spreads. So if I was going to do 3 signatures, then certainly these two I think would make a nice center of a signature, and maybe that one as well. I think they would be nice centers. I think I am absolutely rubbish when it comes to folding in half, so I bring my trimmer in because I have a nice bit of a butt up there. I've got a feeling that might have been the front door again. The building next door, so some of the knocks might be that. It was hammering next door. So I want these to fold this way. So do that. And then we get the edging together as yeah, as together as you're getting. So as I am recovering nicely from my little inflatable obstacle course that I did on Saturday, I had the tops of my arms really hurt, and my thigh muscles really hurt, to the point where it actually hurt to drive. So I was driving home from the hospital, and it's on a hill, and you know, and you have to sort of change, you know, your foot pedals, and it was really sore. So yesterday when I went, I got my son to drive me. I was like, you want to see your dad, don't you? I'm just in so much pain. It really hurts. So yeah, he took me out. Right, like that one. I quite like these ones for the beginning of a signature, so I'm gonna check if I've got I've got enough collages to maybe do as the beginning of a signature. Let me have a skeg. Yeah. Well, that could be a nice beginning of a signature as well. Yeah, it could. And then there's that one, except that one I had a misprint, so it's actually not going to be wide enough. So all but that one would do, except she's on the other side. She's on the wrong side. They're on the right side. Don't like that one so much. But I do have some more collage, but you're not the right size. So there, I think that's a possibility. Let's just fold them up and we'll see. I've got that many pages that I'm not going to be able to get to use them all. But I just wanted to, you are rubbish, Jess. I just wanted the choice. I didn't want to be making and thinking, oh, I really wanted the other for this. So you really are such a bad folder. So, and I've got lots of sewing books that I want to add as well, and I've got actual vintage patterns that would go nicely, and I have other sewing ephemera that I have made from, I did a design team project for Non-Stop Paper Craft, and that was sewing themed. She did a So Shabby kit, so kind of pitched that idea a little bit with this being so chic. So yeah, like that, that's quite cool. Yeah, I think they might work as openers, and then we can randomly use other pages. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got these plain ones. And then pages that look like fabric. Like that one. If that was further in the signature, it won't matter so much because it'll get cut off anyway. I'm gonna cut that bit off, but not the envelope, Jez. And then I think because I put quite a big sort of centre shade in, it sort of worked all right actually. I was worried that it might not, so this is going to be sort of further in to the book. So let's just get all these folded and then we'll see where we are. Right, so let's think about it. So I wanted that one, and as a going in later one. So that was the front cover, and then one of these as the inside of a signature. Front cover, inside of a signature, front cover, inside of a signature. So that's 2 sheets of signature, and then we've got some journaling pages, so, and some fabric. So we want a journaling page, and some fabric. These may change. I'm just sticking them in and seeing how they feel, really. And then I want one of these lovely ladies. And then there's that one. So that is and then we've got others that we can choose from. Oh, I might swap. Let's swap that out for that one for the moment. So we've got that. So now we need some of my book pages. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 5 sheets so far in there. So I'm going to go and get my books. So I've got this book, Complete Dressmaking, in pictures of it, and there's some, I just liked these sort of pages. I think she reminds me a little bit of some of the models in this book as well. So I thought these would be good pages to put in a sewing journal. Particularly like these ones. Now the pages are too big, but that never stops you, does it? So let's just find the center of a signature. There we go. And then let's snip out So that's all the pages got out. So I was just looking, we've got blue there, maybe a blue one of these to go in. Quite like that. So obviously it needs trimming and sorting, but I think that's might work nicely there. I was going for the ones that's got brown, which bundles that here, so I might put browny bit in there. Let's have a little look at which page I quite like. We got one with a bit of a model on. No, Jess. Collars though. Ways with necks. Frills and flounces. Yeah, I'll have that one. My mother used to work in a shirt factory in Ireland, and she used to do the collars. I seem to remember her telling me. And then what should we do in this one? We've got red and green, haven't we? One was with the tools. I like that. Oh, I like that. It's got the mannequin and everything. I like that. Oh, choo-choo. They may not go in the point at which I have chosen them. I may go back to this for a few more things. So let's have a little look-see at how... Oh, I'm in such a mess. We got Ed in hospital, just one in home, and yeah, just when you're running backwards and forwards hospital all the time, don't really have much time to do anything. Right, so I want to trim this down. I don't like using my paper trimmer on vintage paper, because it don't cut so well. Let me take that one. Wanted that. So how much more doesn't need to come off? Yeah, so we just take that bottom bit off. We might then be about the right height. Yeah, matter of fact, you're a little bit shorter, so that's okay. So then I might just fold it over so that I still get to see so yes, fold in about that. So I want it to come in a little, well, that's quite a bit in, but that's okay, because depending on where it ends up in the book, if you do it too close to the actual width, then you, like if this ended up nearer the middle, and you trim some down, you might trim off a bit of the fold. So yeah, it's good that it's like that. So, because you can see there it's protruding out, so that middle page will be, you know, cut down. So you have the danger, if you go to this fold be too near the width of the paper, that when you trim it down you cut it off. But and that being in the centre, if it's getting trimmed down, we're going to lose a bit of that. But we might not. I could attach something to the edge of this, and so it won't matter. So that is how these are going to fit in. And take the top and the bottom off and fold it in. So I'll just do that with these other two. So that's that. I mean, I could choose to do another one of these pages, but that's looking good. I always like to put some plain tea dyed paper in there as well, don't I? 3 sheets of this. Let's see if I can actually fold it myself. This is just ordinary copier paper, so it's 75 GSM actually. So this is just page going in for journaling on. It won't have any pockets or anything on it, because I always feel that they need to be attached to at least the 120. It's just my preference. I think the pages are too flimsy and weak. So just a bit of tea dyed paper. Again, these could be moved about. Just put them in there for now. I do like the way those two look together actually. Chuck it in there. There we go. So we've got that in there. So I do like to put a bit of document paper in here. So it'd be really nice if I had some sewing receipts. I'm not sure that I have. And I do have some vintage patterns, so I'm going to dig those out. So this is vintage dressmaking patterns. So, oh, now that's very chic. It's from Vogue, so it would be chic, wouldn't it? So, what have we got down here? Right. I mean, there's a bit of me that could possibly go on the front cover, couldn't it? Quite like that one as well. Yeah, right, let's put that down. And what I also like is these bits on the, oh, that one's got a rusty pin. That could just go in a pocket. Just as it is, that could sit in a pocket. Really like that as an idea. And then we've got some pattern tissue, which I thought we would just use. This is, it's not got any black lines on it. Right, so I don't want this pattern, to use the other one, but I do like that as something that will just shove in a pocket. I might use these as well, shove in a pocket. These patterns haven't got anything written on them either. Right, so I do want a pattern with things on it. Like this. That's what I'm looking for. These things. So what I'm thinking, it's always dangerous, is I might put these on some freezer paper to give them some stability, and then that can be a page in the journal. That's a very good idea, Jess. Even if I do say so myself. And these, oh, look at the colour on that, absolutely fantastic. So this would be a nice page as well. And what I might just do, you're just being plonked in as is, aren't you? Is, let's just give myself some room. I am just going to rip this where it's naturally formed. I'm going to use my ruler. Just going to go down that crease. And we're just going to go down this crease here. And that's going to be a page, and I don't care that it's ripped over, folded over. There we go, that one, and then this one. Love the discoloration. It's just gorgeous. Right, shall we have that? I've actually got another one, so I've got choices of these being pages in the journal. Absolutely loving that. That's upside down. Yeah, love that one. Fabulous page, Jazz. Fabulous page. Getting very excited about this. Yeah, I love that one. Put the one there. I'll put you. So cool. And then if we iron this onto freezer paper, that will be fabulous. And now I've just got to remember where I've actually put my freezer paper. Right, so I found my freezer paper, and this is the freezer paper that I did tea dye it, and this is the bit that you iron. I've done this with napkins. I've never done it with patterned paper pattern, but I'm going to give it a whirl, and then that should stick to it. That's my hope. So I'm just going to go for it, Jez. I've done newspaper. Oh, that seems to be working. So just go over it. I think this will be a fabulous page. And then you've got the tea dyeing on the other side. I mean, I could make bits of ephemera with this as well, pockets and things. So I'm just creating a page that I can then work with. It's quite thick. I've got a whole series of using freezer paper, lots of different ideas. And this is just another one. Just going to do this little bit. I want it to be big enough to do a page. I'll go to the end here, and then I can trim it. That's definitely going to be big enough. Take this bit down. And then I'm going to just cut this down so you end up with a usable piece. Come up there. Right, I think I've got freezer paper linked in my Amazon shop front. There's a link down below to my Amazon shop front, and I'm sure these will feature. I've like grouped my shop front into tools and things, different things. I can't remember what I did. It's ages I set it up. I could possibly add more things to it, but if you use my affiliate link for Amazon, it doesn't cost you any extra, and I do make a very small commission, about 1% or something of what you spend. And if you put other things in your basket, having opened it through my shop front, I'll get, but they're not actually on my shop front, I still get a little bit from that. I get less from that than I do from the actual items that I've suggested. So that's that. That's looking pretty good. Let me just unplug the iron. So yeah, just I think we might need to wait for it to dry a bit. So that it doesn't peel off. I might, I just had a thought, I might stitch round it. I have turned the iron off, but it's still hot, so I'm just going around those edges bits. There we go. So let's just trim a bit up these edges to make this into a usable piece. Right, this took a little bit of faffing, so I trimmed off the pattern bit that was overlapping, and then I wrestled with it to try and get it to be the right size and straight. I decided that I would fold up a pocket, so I kind of used that sheet as a sort of a guide, and I don't know why I didn't just get a straight edge done and then got my scoreboard out, but I didn't. I just faffed and made it harder than it needed to be. So rather than you see the real time of me faffing, I've speeded it up and done a voiceover so I can tell you what I've done. So after several attempts at straightening it, I do in the end resort to my scoreboard. I'm trying to use my chopping board there to do it. As you can see, it was quite dramatically not straight. The pocket bit there is longer than I'm going to do it. I do trim it down in a minute, but yeah, lots and lots of faffing there to get it the right size. But there I'm just trimming the edges to make them straight, and then I'm going to trim off a bit there to make that pocket shorter. And I want to turn over the top edge of the pocket so that it's, you know, got a nice edge to it. And then I go for folding it in half so I can then fit it in the book and see how it's going to look. I will do one of these for every signature. So we've got our cover, we've got a bit of sewing book page, a bit of worn fabric, a bit from the sewing pattern, journaling page, and there we've got a pocket and pattern paper. Lovely bit of digital there, and 3 digitals in a row. So we'll be moving things around, but I think that's just great, and I think it would be nice sewn as well. Is it the right? So the right height, isn't it? Yeah. And yeah, it's slightly narrower. On the page, so that'll be cool. So let's get this sorted, and I will get some more done. So this is me fiddling with it to get it properly straight, and as I mentioned before, I do end up using the scoreboard, which I should have really done right in the first place. When you're dealing with paper that's not quite necessarily straight, yeah, this would have saved a few little faffages that I did. So yeah, just folding it up, because Valley's become mountain. I folded it the wrong way and then turned it round to fold it the right way, and then I'm pretty satisfied then after this, doing all this. As you can see, quite a bit of faffaging. And yeah, and then I decided to glue it. So I've used a bit of glue stick, and then I just put a bit of collal so that edge is, you know, nicely stuck down, and it will you know, give a nice little sort of solid edge there. And then I just take a bit of art glitter glue to glue the edges down, and which you will see me in a minute go, I was going to sew the edge of that pocket, but anyway. Can't now. Oh, I was going to sew along the edge of the pocket. Well, you're not doing that now, Jez, are you? No, really not. I could just sew around the outside. Sew down the two edges and along the top. I was just worried about this might not have stuck, but this appears to have stuck quite well. So let's just now get it sewn. And that's it sewn around. So yep. I haven't gone along the bottom because I folded it over. It would have looked nice along there, but you haven't done it, Jez, so that's it. You can't do it now. So that is really nice. I like it. So that is the beginnings. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll probably add at least one more page in there. Probably a bit more. But that will do for now. That is me making a start. Got some signatures. I've got a couple of bits of ephemera to go in it. I've made up pockets and envelopes. So if you have bought the kit, I hope that's given you some ideas of what you might do, how you might use it. And I will finish up the signature pages, and we'll take it from there. I'll add some pockets and some tags and the ephemera that I've got together, and we'll have a little further play. Okay, so I'll link down below to the kits, and yeah, I'll see you all again very soon. Do take care, and yeah, I hope I have some better news when I next see you about what's happening with Ed in hospital. I want him home, but fingers crossed that happens today. Okay, bye for now.